Hi guys, today we'll learn about conditional statements. So what are conditional statements? Let's say you have a condition for something to occur, then it's called conditional statements. But for a condition to occur, you should have comparisons to compare something to something. That's when conditions happen. For example, let's say I have defined A B C D E F here. So what I'll do is I'll make a condition. So if A is 5, I want to print A is 5. If not, I'll have to type A is not 5. So I'll just input, let's say 5. See, in A, B, C, D, E, F is happening. So I'll just type if A is 5, then print true. So this is not the syntax, I am just typing it. So this is what we want to do as a problem statement. So there are certain comparison operators in C++, something like equal to. This is what it does, is it compares if something is equal to something. For example, if I do something like A is equal to 5, this is a declaration, whereas if I write A equal to 5, this is a comparison. So the output of this is that 5 is stored in A, whereas the output of the next statement is that it compares whether A is 5. So that's the difference between this equal to operator. And we have another comparing operator, something like less than. For example, A less than 5. If A is less than 5, it will return true. If A is greater than 5, it will return false. And we have another comparator operator, greater than. So A is greater than, for example, 3. So if the value of A is, let's say, 10, this returns true. But if it's, let's say, 0, this returns false. So let's see how to write comparative operators. And what if not equal to? So the notation for not equal to is not something like this, an exclamation mark followed by equal to. This is what not equal to means. So now let's write the if statement and let's see it working. If, let's say, A is equal to 5, so this returns true because our A is 5 here. If A is 5, see out, let's say A is 5. So let's print it like this. So if is also a conditional operator, right? If is a condition, right? So if I press Ctrl B, okay, there's some error. Yeah, is I should define it something like this. Yeah, 5 is 5, right? So that is why. So this statement is true now. But what if I put, let's say, 4? Then nothing is outputted because 4 is not 5. So if statement catches the value of it's an if statement. So if 5 is 5, then 5 is 5. Otherwise 5 is not 5. So that is the value of if. Now else. So I'll just put an else statement. Else I'll print it out as A is not 5. So now I'll put input something like 3, and now what is happening? 3 is not 5. Yes, 3 is not 5. So now what is happening is, so the compiler is coming down here. It is compiling this if statement. So 3 is not equal to 5, that is why it's printing 3 is not 5. So what it's doing is 3 is 5 is a wrong statement. So this if statement is getting ignored and this else statement is getting passed. 3 is not 5. 9 is 9 5? No, 9 is not 5. But what if I do something completely opposite, something like a is not equal to 5 as a condition of if statement, then it will print 9 is 5. So is 9 5? No, but that is what we are printing here. So this block of code gets executed here because this statement is false. So false of false is true, that's why 9 is not equal to 5. So that is true, that's why this statement gets executed where 9 is 5. So this is how if else conditions as well as comparisons work. Now I'll just put it back to how it was. And let's say I have more conditions, something like if a is less than 5, else a is greater than 5. So this is how we do the notation for this. So if there's any condition, if a is less than 5 or else a is greater than 5 or else. So instead of or else, the notation here is else if. So that is the notation in C++. So if a is less than 5, else if a is greater than 5, else. So what I'll do is I'll write is greater than 5, is not greater than 5, and here I'll put it as a is 5. So what I'll do is I'll pass 3 here now. Let's see what happens. 3 is greater than 5. So is 3 greater than 5? No. Then why is it showing like that? Because we have, even if a is less than 5, we have put it as greater than 5. So I'll just put it as, I'll just change the statements. Now if I control B, 3 is not greater than 5, but if I put it as, let's say 10, 10 is greater than 5. If I put it as 5, 5 is 5. So this is how the conditional statements as well as comparative operators work. So now I can have multiple else ifs, for example else if, else if, else if, else if, etc. And I can do something like a is greater than 20, a is greater than 25, a is greater than 35, etc. And I can just go on putting conditions, but the last condition will just be an if. How? If or else or else or else or else, and the last else won't have an or else, right? So that's why it is the thing. So that is it for today. This is about the comparator operators and conditional statements. Thank you.